Union of Textile and Garment Workers, particularly the tailors in Abuja, who are under that union, came up with a very wonderful idea to say that in order to support this fight, they needed to also think out of the box. They needed to use their skill and intellect to produce these locally made face masks, and they have so produced in large number. Our intention is actually to distribute free to other category of frontline workers. In fact, if you pass around the cities of Abuja, their workers that their work is not so much, in most cases, trashes are thrown on the street, are contaminated. They pick them and keep our environment health. So first and foremost, we are going to distribute to them free, and also other category of paramedical staff that are also working.
FM, the voice of the people. After this break, more news, foreign and sports stories. Please do stay tuned.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
Thank you for staying tuned to the World News at noon on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. Welcome back. Now to the rest of the bulletin. Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation and its partners under the umbrella of the Independent Petroleum Producers Group, Chevron Nigeria Limited and Delta Tech Offshore has distributed ambulances and key medical supplies to more states that are most affected by the pandemic. The group was led by the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Chief Timothy Silva, to distribute the relief materials to Southwest Geopolitical Zone, which include Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Ondo, and Osun states. The item distributed includes 6 Toyota ambulances, 2,595 respiratory face masks, 5,000 pieces of safety goggles, and 5,000 pieces of protective body suits, and 20,000 respiratory masks. The Nigeria oil and gas industry, under the leadership of NNPC, had also embarked on consumables, deployment of logistics and inpatient support system, delivery of medical infrastructure. The total commitments to this initiative amounted to $58 million, equivalent to 21 billion naira. The commitments under this initiative were, however, of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19. The National Judicial Council has suspended 2 judges and recommended the compulsory retirement for various misconducts. One of the judges was found to have falsified his age, while the other failed to deliver judgment within the stipulated time. NJC spokesman Soji Oye, in a statement, said the council also cleared some judges of allegations of wrongdoing and recommended the appointment of 70 new judicial officers. It has also set up a committee to recommend ways to ensure courts continue to function despite lockdown and COVID-19 challenges. In the meantime, the NJC has referred 8 lawyers to the Legal Practitioners Disciplinary Committee for prosecution in relation to allegations of professional misconduct. The NJC said the allegations against the lawyers range from unruly behavior, walking out of court in the course of proceedings, to submission of false documents to the courts. Now on the foreign scene, 3 states in the United States have allowed some shops to reopen after measures imposed to curb the spread of the coronavirus as the country's death toll passed 51,000. Saloons and spas could reopen in Georgia and Oklahoma, while Alaska lifted restrictions on restaurants. On Friday, President Donald Trump walked out of a shorter than usual briefing, refusing to take questions. He had faced criticism after suggesting that injecting household disinfectants into patients could be beneficial. His remarks have been condemned as dangerous by doctors and manufacturers. Belgian Prime Minister Sophie Wilms has announced a detailed plan to gradually lift the country's coronavirus restrictions. Under new rules, all shops will be allowed to open their doors again from 11th May, with schools reopening the following week. 1,700 deaths recorded in the nation of 11.4 million, the highest rate per capita in Europe. More than half the fatalities have been in care homes. And now to end the news, here's a summary of the major stories. The insurance industry in Nigeria has provided over 105 million naira insurance cover for health workers involved in the fight against COVID-19 across the country. The Chief Judge of Rivers State, Adama Lamikara, has released 62 inmates under proliferation of tax force. In for comments and inquiries, please call 081 at todayfmlive.com. You can also read our stories. Avoid touching your face and eye contact surfaces to prevent the spread of coronavirus. And that Kurubatabo, thank you for listening.
Court.
Soon. Will say champion because I am a champion. Every day that I get up, I say good morning, champion. When I look in the mirror, I see a champion. When I go to the gym, I work out like a champion. Even better, champion. The stuff I put in my mouth from the moment I open my eyes to the moment I walk like a champion. No loss, no setback, no mistake will ever change that. I'm a conqueror, born to succeed, anointed to prosper, blessed and unstoppable, and I will arise out of the ashes because always have been and always will be, because with God all things are possible, and I am a champion doing the impossible. Failure is not an option. I refuse to concede because I'm a champion when I bleed. My blood is champion, and anything that stands in my way, be blessed and unstoppable. Champion of the world. The world says I'm gonna come off the assembly line of my mind. Time for greatness. It looks like your God has forgotten. He is obligated by universal champion. Committed. Doubt in me. I will live with no fear. I will boldly attack the things that scare me. They will not stop me or lose. Nothing shall stand in the way of my divine calling, because I am a champion. I was born a champion. When it's all said and done, on my headstone, they will write champion. Success requires that you stare into the eyes of the things that make you feel uncomfortable. You have to learn how to master it of you. You've got to reach in there and pull it out and place it on your opponent, on the obstacle or the challenge that you're facing. Every time that fear knocks, you answer the door with faith. For the Lord did not give us a spirit of fear, but of master that fear. Or that fear is gonna master you. Because every time you give into that fear, a piece of your life dies. So I want you to make a decision right here and right now. Draw a line in the sand and say, I will not live then. To go to the next level, you must learn to look at that fear in the eye of my greatness. Every time fear is just faith in the meant to live. The moment you start to hesitate, your future is too important to and move toward the edge. Walk all of champions. To be successful, you're gonna have to in us. That means everything you need to accomplish your dream is already inside you. Wake up. That's the secret. It's already in you. When you gain revelation to that power that's in you, mountain that can stand in your way, and you serve that kind of God, you are power and authority to accomplish your divine assignment. He has placed sick, broke, and defeated. There's no glory for him in that. He made you to prosper in every area so that you can give a shining testimony position to minister to the lost. He has empowered you to succeed so that you can have great ending. He has fully equipped you to be victorious. Your weapons are faith, all his miracles with, and you. Whoever believes in me will do the works I have. The power's in you. Go now and change the world with it. Things in the world have been accomplished by people who transforms average, everyday people into world champions. So the key to victory, the key to success, the more difficult your obstacles are to overcome. The difference between a successful person and others is this is not about how you look on the outside. Rise, champion. You might look like a Lamborghini, mean and clean, everywhere you go. But see, failure, everybody out there saying it's over, what are you gonna do? Rise, champion. I don't even think they should be able to call you a champion until you've been beat. Because even rise, champion. Then we separate the cream from the crop. Tom Brady, and you come back, can we call you Ballin'? I am concerned that on the mat, being on your back is no place for a champion. Get up! Rise, champion. Now you at that crossroad now will ultimately define your legacy. I'm speaking to the Tiger Woods of the world. Each loss, each setback, each heartbreaking disappointment will try to disguise itself as failure, but it's all a lie. And let us not grow weary. Many times on the road to success, you're gonna feel crushed, exhausted, and alone. See, life is not like Little League, a rise champion. They don't give away participation trophies. There's the champions and everybody else. It's one or the other. How do you want to be remembered? Each time, the ones that have the hardest time doing this are the ones that have weak whys. Now you can only go as far in life as your why will carry you. Champions have self-awareness. They know why they want what they want, and that why carries them to the promised land. The why is the birthplace of all champions. The more deeply you are connected to the thing you're trying to accomplish, the more likely you are to achieve it. Natural talent and ability, that's all good, but it won't carry a quitter. So you gotta find a why that makes you invincible, that you can run through walls with it. Get up! Nietzsche said, he who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow. And I'm not ignoring what you believe and desire inside can be found in you, and start living the life God planned for you. It's impossible to consist. You will begin to attract massive, or their greatness does not mean that you were anointed to do what they do. You were designed to do you. You see, is everybody's out of position. They've adopted other people's dreams, other people's destinies, and when you're not in your calling, all you're gonna have in your life is chaos. You're gonna have struggle because you're going against the grain. You're not doing what? Into inner peace and sound mental health. When you're comfortable in your own skin, your relationships with others will flourish. There's nothing more beautiful, more powerful, and more seductive than a person comfortable in their own skin. Be you. Stay in your lane. Everything I teach is rooted in the word. Psalms 139:14 says, I will give thanks to you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, and my soul knows it very. Positive Worldwide and Billy Allsbrook's collaboration. Dare to dream. The world belongs to the bold. Dream bigger, champion, and bring home the gold. So many of our dreams at first seem impossible. Then they seem improbable. And then when we summon the will, they soon become inevitable. Small dreams will choke and suffocate because it adds no value to the world. You see, small thinking is rooted in doubt, and doubt is the plague. So I challenge you right now, dare to dream. Is someone who has sight but no vision. Now see, that's rooted in the word. Where there's no vision, your options are unlimited. For with God, your existence, and you weren't designed to live that. I dare you to dream. Now I want you to taste of the world until you bring life into it. Because only when you're reaching outcomes for your life, as if they were mine into the realm of unlimited possibility. Vision, a champion. Set yourself on fire. That are all misconceptions, all buried. Not to be a slave to being comfortable in your life.